run it up. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, just wet, tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell him run it up, I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, just wet, tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell him run it up. 9 out of 10, roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice, send.
Thanks to Calvary's Team Doctor.
Greetings. It is Ebony Sports Reporters. We're in the house. We're in the house. Not just in the house, not just in the lab, but we also at the game. And Coach Rob DeLoach, what game are you at? What scrimmage are you at?
I am at the New Hampstead and Calvary. We got 2 kids that work out for New Hampstead, and we got 6 from Calvary. So they kind of iron sharpens iron. Score right now is 20-7 with 48 seconds left in the second quarter, and Calvary is probably about to score again.
All right. And got Coach Bernard Brown in the house. Coach Bernard Brown.
Yes, that sounds like it's about to go be a beat. That sounds like it's gonna be a beat down in it. The way it's going. What's up, Jesus? I like your hair, boy. You look like you all the wire up.
See, at America, I knew he was gonna say something. So on his show, they done talked about me, so I know I had this hat on tonight. They're gonna say something else. I know, and so, but yeah, it's gonna be a beatdown because the stuff that Coach Rob DeLoach do to those young men at 27-17 who are at Calvary, he has no choice. The psychological abuse that he put them under, they taking it out on New Hampstead right now. That's what's going on. They taking it out on New Hampstead.
And I'm giving them hell right now. So the scope should be up 40 tonight.
See that?
So I'm waiting for them to come off the sideline. I'm gonna slap 2 of them across the damn helmet.
Oh Lord. That's what I'm talking about.
You gotta wake them up. They should be at Beach and Savannah High and Johnson and Jenkins. They shouldn't even be over here with these damn private schools.
Yeah.
So again, we acknowledge Brittnay Griner. We still remember her. But we're gonna flow into something. And I'm gonna say this to those of you who are looking at the show. Some of you gonna probably get mad about this. You're not gonna like it because especially this first topic we talk about, and Coach Rob DeLoach kind of alluded to it, that he said where they should be, that some of these athletes should be at the public schools, because I have to say this, that an incident occurred at BC and it has been swept under the rug. No one is saying anything about a Caucasian coach who called an African-American athlete who plays football at BC, called him the N-word. Now, there's a report. One report says he used it 1 time. Another report says did it 2 times. And also put his hand physically on the child, also on the young athlete. So, throwing it out there to you all. What's your thoughts with regards to this right here? Oh, and I forgot, I need to add this in. And an email was sent to a reporter for the Savannah Morning News about, hey, why aren't you all saying anything about this coach who got terminated by BC? And with regards to we didn't elaborate on the incident. And I'll let you know, I sent the email and I've not heard from that reporter at all. But when you got black coaches, they have no problem reporting on the smallest thing regarding black coaches. So what's your thoughts with regards to, again, a Caucasian coach calling an African-American athlete who plays football for Benedictine, for BC, calling him, using the N-word on him, and then say something like, he from Fitzgerald. Like that means like he from Fitzgerald, Georgia. Like that means something. You in Savannah, Georgia. So that don't mean nothing. And then Savannah Morning News, ain't no story, no information about it. So Coach Bernard Brown, because you say something that comes back, when will we get tired? When will enough be enough? So Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts on that?
Man, you know what? It's crazy. Number one, it's crazy. It's because my thing is this. okay, you call him the N-word, but the second thing, you physically putting your hand on him. That's the problem. Like, you physically could, because I'd have been called so many things, but when you physically put your hand on a person, that's now you crossing the line at the end of the day. Because it probably, you know what, this probably wasn't the first time you called him an N-word. Probably wasn't the second one thing. But I think what it was more like physically putting his hand on that young man. But I'm like this, man, these folks, man, think they can do whatever they want to do now. Ever since Trump became president, and ever since Trump came on the scene, man, these white folks think they can do anything, say anything to us, and we just take it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a damn fool. So when you come correct with me, you better come correct. Period. I should be, if I was the parents, I should be raising hell right about now, and it shouldn't take an email to send to the reporters or whatever to get the scene out. Trust me, they'll be coming to that school anyway to see what's going on, because I plead the hell. And these parents allow this. You know what? They just allow it to happen. I don't understand. And with Coach know how crazy. And he met me. He know how crazy I am, and he crazy. Come on, man. We got to stop. One more thing, I'm gonna let it go. Yes, we support our Black community. Yes, but you know what? We are just 1, 2, and 3 people, man. Why I should be going fighting for your home if you don't want to fight for your own home? You know, I'm just saying.
All right. Coach Rob DeLoach.
Well, when we have parents, first of all, that get tricked with the verbiage about what they're going to do for their son, and you got to pay for that, then they're going to treat you like that. And what we have to do as African-American dads is be fucking dads, excuse my French.
Yeah.
And stop buying into this nonsense. And I tell them all the time, the money that you spend on private school, even when they give you a discount, you can save that money and pay to go to college. Because if you're a ball player, they're going to find you anyway. But for some reason, you know, we think it's a status thing. And then when they kid walk in the streets, now it's like, oh, it wasn't a good choice. But you're making a choice for 4 years and not thinking about the next 40. And that's what we're missing. And part of that is because none of these parents, well, most of them, have never been anywhere to see anything different outside of the city. So they think this is the best thing since sliced bread. So when they allow these things to happen and we don't stand together, you know, for the parents that attend these schools, and then it's going to continue to happen. Firing a coach is just one thing, but it's a culture thing. You know, that ain't the first time that happened. That's just the first time he got caught.
Yeah.
Like anything else in life, you know. But when you allow it, then that's what happens. So unless the parents willing to step up, which they're probably not, because they drank the Kool-Aid, and they done got spin around, and they put them in the dryer, and now they got them hanging on the clothesline. So that's what you get, and it's going to happen again. The kid, unfortunately. What's up, baby Brown? You know, that's what it is. So, you know, I couldn't. It couldn't have been me, because it would have been on CNN. Matter of fact, they'd still be playing it.
Yeah.
So we now move on to this.
So,
go ahead.
They're making all this noise. So
you said they're making all the noise. What?
You know, one of the kids dropped a touchdown, and they played this damn horn over here. So, but I mean, we're gonna see, man. Like I said, I don't think the parents are gonna do anything. I think they're gonna leave that kid in that toxic situation, and that's what it's just gonna be.
And I have been waiting on Coach Brittnay Brown to put you in check, Coach DeLoach, because the profanity coming out your mouth, the producer, Julius Hall, is not going to be happy with that. And the producer, Javonna Rogers, associate producer, is not going to be happy about that. I'm just letting you know, I'll wait for him, but he ain't going to put you in check. I just have to go shit at. But this will probably make you cuss too. But, you know, we just like to say, please curtail the cussing. And also going right back to BC again. you have Caucasian athlete who takes football helmet and strike another teammate in the face and bust it and break their eye socket, which requires surgery. Again, African American who is struck by a Caucasian, and what comes into play, and just as you said, Coach Bernard Brown, that coach in the first topic that we threw up, that he put his hands on, that was a criminal charge right there. When that Caucasian high school senior struck this underclassman who's on the same team as him at BC and struck him in the face, eye socket, that was assault and that was battery right there. That was aggravated because he used an instrument. And so guess what? The former DA did not pursue the charges with regards to this. So I'm just saying, hey, listen.
Would not allow that kid to be arrested.
You know what?
Go ahead.
You got 2 incidents at this school, okay? 2 serious incidents at this school. So now we should be going to that school. We should be going to that school with the media, and I'll personally press charges on the guy that swung and hit. And if my son swung and messed my son face up like that, I'll press charges. And he will be sitting right behind bars right about 9 tonight. Either 2 people would have been sitting behind bars, y'all. Either been him or me.
Yes, sir.
You know, so on a serious note, man, I think Monday morning we should be at that school. And what you got, the head basketball coach is black.
Yeah.
I should be protesting like, you know what? Something got to be deal with this here, you know. And at the end of the day, when we was growing up in BC, whatever, I think they had probably about maybe 4 blacks and the rest of them white, period, when we was playing them and everything. And you know what? It's like this here. We allow it to happen. You know, we allow it to happen. Monday morning should be hell Monday morning for that school, period. You know, the mayor, the counselor, every leadership in Savannah, Georgia should be to that school right now with a press conference and do something about it. And that lawyer or whoever should be going to that young man's house and arresting him.
No. Well, when you got the parents, coach, that are afraid to push the issue, then there's nothing that me, you, or anybody else can do. They have to take that initiative. They can't be afraid of the repercussions, because at the end of the day, you didn't stand up for your son. You swept it up under the rug as well.
Yeah. Hey.
But that's what happens when you don't have, you got mamas trying to be daddies.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They're trying to fit in to a culture that doesn't accept them from the jump. Like I tell them, if you're not playing sports, are you at these schools? And the answer is all caps, no. You're not.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? This was got me. All the people, all the coaches on that coaching staff, all of them should be fired. So you must allow not only that person, but the second is allow this guy to hit this guy in the face like that. All of them should be absolutely fired. Right?
No, they said it was a fight between two boys. That's how they portrayed it.
No, nah. Hey, trust me, if it was a fight between the 2 boys, believe me, that guy wouldn't let that other guy hit him in the face with that helmet. That brother would be beaten. Come on now.
Oh, hey man, they got to cover their tracks, and because you don't have no daddy that's gonna go there and stand in the paint for him. Bernard, I went to the hospital. I just came back from Atlanta, came off the road, got a phone call, went to the emergency room. I was the only parent other than his mom in there. Nobody from the brotherhood, no coaches, nobody from the school. I sat in the emergency room with him and his mom, and the kid had a concussion and would not let him go to sleep.
That's sad.
And
Yes, that
and
is very
and
unfortunate.
and you have an African American coach who also tried to handle Coach Deloach about how he dealt with the situation.
Yeah, ignored me
Man.
like, ignored me like why I want to get involved. Because he's one of our kids and he happened to be my godson.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, you know what I say? I'm gonna say this here, and I know this is a different show for a different situation and everything. You try to take up for our people, and I'm gonna say, you know, it is what it is. You try to, but then again, it's like, why I'm gonna try to take up for them, and we the same color, and you jumping down my neck because I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
That's why, man, these they need to stop allowing people to come in their house to knowing that you got a great athlete, and they coming in their house talking that nonsense, and now they taking over. When I was coaching my son and my daughter, the only person came in my house is my house. And I was like, okay, you don't come to my house. I'll come. If you want my kids, I'll come meet y'all somewhere. And I would sit right there. And I think we should come up with an organization where, because we know, you know the history, Jamar, coach know the history, we know. They should talk to us, say, what do you think, what they have us sit with them. Have us sit with, if you don't know, have somebody who know sit with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good to see you. You got some guys
Period.
out there. I know you do.
Well,
You
we'll
know,
see. You got some out here playing?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Hey, one thing I can say, I coached for 25 years and I protected all my players, the boys and the girls. I wouldn't allow it. You know, they call me like I'm hard to approach, and they, you know, you can't talk. No, you can't talk to me. How you gonna talk to somebody that already know, and you don't even know? We need to start protecting our kids. And like Coach said, you got ladies trying to be man in the daddy, and these coaches and everybody just taking advantage of the situation, you know.
But Bernard, you know this, even on the collegiate level, when these kids go on these trips and they coaches at these universities just see the mama showing up, it's the same thing. They're gonna tell them what they want to hear.
Yeah.
But who they fear is me and you and Dr. Jamal show up on campus with our sons and the mama and the sister and the brother and the auntie and the grandmama, and they see that we're a family. Oh, that's a threat.
Yeah.
And I try to explain to them, if you got a son or daughter that's trying to play at the next level, you all have to show up as a family. And you have to say, hey, me and my wife, we all support this move. It's not no one person makes the move. And they respect that more because now conversation changes. But when mama go up there and my lights, I need to have something because my lights on, I'm living in the projects and I can't get him up here. They don't cater to that. And then you're going to find out that you're going to be, at the collegiate level, you're going to be what they call a tuck and go.
Yeah.
So explain to the audience, Coach Gilla, what is a tuck and go?
Well, they tuck you and they get done with you, then you go home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you think that's what it's going to take to get your son on campus. So one of them coaches is going to take you on one of them visits. You're going to visit their room, and they're going to tell you what you want to hear, and it ain't going to never come to fruition.
Yeah.
Hey, they have to be mindful of that. Even if you don't have a husband, you take a man up there with you, it changes the whole dynamics of how the conversation goes.
Yeah. Totally different. And that's in any way.
That's anywhere.
That's anyway.
Yes.
If a woman go take her car to a shop and buy herself, it's a whole different situation.
You're gonna get tires, you're gonna end up with tires, a tune-up, new windshield wipers, brake fluid, transmission, and about $2,000. And you just went in there because your own light was on.
Yep. That's life, man.
Yeah, so mamas have to understand that at some things they just can't do on their own. And it's okay, you can't be too proud or you're afraid to ask questions.
Yeah. And you're right. And one thing we need to put out too, Coach, because we've seen some good basketball in Florida, me and Coach. And I want to tell people this here. You do not get a 4-year scholarship in college. You get a 1 year. If they don't want you the second year, you out of there. Let me explain that. You do not get a 4-year scholarship. When they say you get 4 years, that's the biggest lie in American history. Just like you get a 1 year deal. And if you don't do good in 1 year, they bring somebody else in for your job. So don't get sucked in.
Especially if your academics not where they need to be. On top of that.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna have to knock off. I didn't bring my extra charge out here. So
All right.
I apologize.
All right.
Good,
we were gonna do it the last situation, but that's fine. We'll get one.
Bernard, make sure you tell them about our experience in Miami.
I know it. Hey, I see y'all Saturday, boy. Coach.
Hey, y'all be good, man.
All right, Coach.
I'll holler at y'all.
Okay, man.
All right.
Hey, man, Jamal, I was so happy to see, man. My partner who was in Miami with me, right? So the first time I met Coach was the first time, I only see him on the podcast, but actually in person.
Right.
And my partner thought me and Coach knowed each other forever. And that's how we was acting, man. It was nice, his family.
That's why I try to tell everybody in America, these ones here, be afraid.
Hey, he had great family. I met his wife, his son, his daughter, man. It was good. We had a blast in Miami, man. But people don't realize, Jamal, man. We be around so many kids 24/7. And man, people need to just give back, because at the end of the day, Jamal, we're gonna get old and we're gonna retire, man, and then they're gonna be lost.
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. And I'm gonna do the last thing. And like I said, I know some people are gonna probably may be upset about this. And just like you brought up, Coach Bernard Brown, excuse me, this has not been the first time, because I want to say in April, you had a situation where another player, Caucasian player, called another African American player the N-word. So at Benedictine, at BC, this type of stuff is going on and still happening. And again, that's why I said, I was going to tell everybody, we got to use your phrase. When is enough?
Yeah.
But we continue to do it. And so that's why. And then guess what? You only have heard this on Ebony Sports Reporters. No other media outlet has discussed this at all. And I dare say other people know about it. But then we got the issue with regards to parents not wanting to push it, where some of us have said it need to be pushed.
Yeah. My thing is this here. Why do y'all BC is totally different now? I mean, why y'all want to go there anyway? I mean, they ain't winning nothing. College coaches not gonna come there unless you something. I mean, so what's the benefit of you going there, getting called the N-word, getting hit in the face with a helmet, doing all these things at this school when you can go to a public school and get more publicity than anything? I don't understand that. I mean, I don't even understand why it always been that way, but I don't understand why y'all want to go there to be what?
Yeah,
a slave.
Well, and that's a part of it, because BC won the state championship last year in football, and so they have done well in basketball, and so that's what they look at, and that's the aura that got some people, because they look at, if they go to BC, they're going to be champions. They go, and because they have the thing called the 400, they got the click, because they go, you're the part of the 400 there at BC, but then you also got like the click. That's a group within the football team. So then, and they have a certain mentality. And I'm going to put it out there. It is like a gang mentality. But then guess what? It generally ain't the black folks who are part of it. And so we see this perpetuation of this system that goes on. So I wanted to put it out there because no one else, and I'll share this with you all again, like those who just checking us out, we say share. I did send an email to Dennis Knight with Savannah Morning News, and I went and put the information, a general statement in there, why we have not heard anything and why nobody said anything about this coach being fired. and from Benedictine, from BC, nothing. And that's why we like saying enough is enough, because you got all these incidents happening over there. And excuse me, I forgot that was out. When the administration, when they addressed the matter, they said, we need to move beyond this. We need to move beyond. And so that's like the thing they keep saying. We need to move beyond. So it ain't moving beyond because you still got the incidents happening there. And yes, this is Ebony Sports Reporters, and this is we're going to deal with the timely topics of sports, and this is what's happening right here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna call somebody out. Frank Williams, you the head basketball coach at BC. You got to step up, man. You got to say something. You don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? You got to say something, man. All this going on, and I'm calling them out. I'm calling them out. And matter of fact, I'll be there Monday. I go there before I even come back to Atlanta. Trust me. I mean, come on now. It don't make no sense whatsoever. And my thing this here, Jamal, who BC, who they playing anyway? They ain't playing nobody. I can get a whole group and win a state championship in the division they're playing in. I'm just saying.
Dougie, I had nothing to do with this, Dougie, I had nothing. That's Bernard only, Dougie, you know you're my mentor, Dougie. I had nothing. Bernard did that on his own. The opinion of Bernard Brown is solely Coach Bernard Brown. Is merely Coach Bernard Brown's opinion. It's not the opinion of Jamal Toure. I'm going to say this. Your cousin Julius Hall probably down with what Bernard said, but not me. I'll let you know if you know, Doug. So we'll move on to this and something wonderful. The NBA has now said that they will retire number 6 for the late, great Bill Russell. What's your thoughts on that, Coach Bernard Brown? The NBA said all teams now, the number 6 will retire from all teams now with regards to the great, late Bill Russell.
First of all, why I got to wait till this man die? To that number should have been retired. He should have been on the logo, move Jerry West off the logo, put Bill Russell on the logo. Why we got to wait for a black man to die for you say, oh, we going to retire? Really? So I'm going to go jump up and down in the street and have a parade? It should have been done happen before he even died. It should have happened once he retired. This man brought so much to basketball, black community, our civil rights, and all of a sudden, y'all are, oh, yeah, we're going to give him the number 6 and we're going to tie it. Ain't too many people weigh that number anyway, so you might well retire. My thing, I want to see Jerry West off the NBA logo right now and put Bill Russell on there right now. That's what I want to see. Until that happen, I don't want to hear nothing about no retirement. My number retired.
Again, the opinion of Coach Bernard Brown, that's his opinion, which is a good point with regard to that, but snatching Jerry West off. But I'm like, okay. But you said, like, why should we have waited? It's already been acknowledged, it's already was known. And so that, again, this is a classic example of you give people their flowers when they are gone, when you had opportunity to do it while they were alive. And that's why, again, legacy of Bill Russell. And so we look at that, and people need to call that into question and think about it. And someone else now, what were you about to say?
No, go ahead, G's.
Someone else who is now saying that they're going to be making their transition also, Serena Williams, now saying that this will be her last go-round, at least for now. She's going to step away for a bit because now she wants to go on with to have a family. So what's your thoughts with regard to Serena Williams and what you think her place with regards to tennis?
Well, I want to say this here. She moving on because she got the bricks beat off her the other day. Second round in this tournament they playing in Florida some way. She never lost in that tournament. So age catching up on her. But I want to say this, man. She have been one of the greatest tennis player, athlete, black athlete, woman athlete that ever come in American history. She was physically, mentally, and just taking over tennis. Venus started, and then Serena, the daddy say, Serena gonna be way better than Venus. You know, when it first started, she said, she's gonna be better, way better than Venus. Serena, she's a hell of an athlete. I think it's time for her to go on with another career. And just move on to the next chapter. Like I always say, man, I'll be 60 years old Saturday. I'm moving on to the next chapter, man. It's been a good ride. So now it's time to do something that you want to do. And I'll spend the rest of my life, Jamal, this serious note. I'll spend the rest of my life working for the Lord, period. Taking care of my people, you know, taking care of, just do what I need to do. I'm stop. There's no gonna be, you ain't put no mug on my mouth. If you see a fight, get in it. Get in it. No matter how big or how hot it is, get in the fight. One person can make a difference. One person can make a difference. That's why I'm gonna drive my car to Benedict School on Monday. And if I go by myself, I'm going. Because it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. They want us because we physically take over any sports. That's why they want us. That's why they allow us to come in their white place facility, because our athletic ability, and they don't understand that, period. You know, that's it. Man, we should be tired of being used. I'm sorry. I went over. I'm sorry.
It is all good. So now we move on to this right here with regards to Deshaun Watson. NFL looking at, they want him suspended for a year. And so, which is in the appeal right now. And what's your thoughts with regard to Deshaun Watson? Because now people are also having an issue with Deshaun possibly playing tomorrow night in the preseason game. They say he shouldn't necessarily do that. That's also a bad look. But all those people saying, listen here, the man got some rust on him. We want to work the rust out. And so what's your thoughts with regards to the NFL not stepping in? They want an appeal and they want a longer time. And what do you think Deshaun's perspective should be about that?
You know what? Hey, I'm on a roll tonight. I'm going to keep it honest with you. Roddy Goodell is a slave master. That's how he carrying himself. And the only reason why he asked for that, because the judge should have given them more. But one of the reasons why is the Houston owner is one of the ones is friend with Goodell and on the board or whatever. And they figure, well, we didn't get him in Houston, so maybe we can try to do this here. It's he getting pressure for other folks. And it ain't nothing but no white folks. That's all, man. They just upset. The man didn't get charged for no crime. And it benefit the and what get me is the union, the NFL union should step up and stand behind this young man and stop letting Roger Goodell, the little punk, take control of the situation. And I guarantee you, Jamal, if he was playing in the NBA, LeBron would never let that happen, because LeBron run the NBA. LeBron is the commissioner of the NBA. You know, so the football union, man, they should step in and say, look, he got 6 games, let it go, move on. But the slave master, Roger Goodell, he want to do something different. You know what I'm saying? And Jerry Jones and all of them. Ain't nothing but a bunch of white group slave master, and they're using the NFL and they bringing them money. I mean, let's keep it real. Let's call it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, period. That's why the man ain't committing no crime. Get the man 6 games, move on.
All right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So we'll move on to this right here. You are a fan of the Yankees, right?
Yes, sir.
So they have been losing. It appears that the Astros have their number. So Aaron Judge has been doing what he's done. Aaron Judge, 45 home runs. He's on track. So what's up with the Yankees? That we want to know what's up with the Yankees, Coach Bernard.
Hey, every year it happened this way. They start up hot, then they get in the little middle when it close to, the end of the season, the playoff, and then all of a sudden they start rallying and losing and everything, and but they're gonna be okay. They're gonna be all right. Aaron Judge gonna make sure that and the Astros, man, please, the Yankees, trust me, Yankees gonna be okay. It's gonna be the New York Yankees, and the Atlanta Braves, playing for the World Series again. That's it. So don't we okay, Jamal? Come on, we all right, man. We good. Yeah. We good. Matter of fact, I looked at the 30 for 30, the captain, Jeter.
Oh Lord.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, people need to watch that, man. I swear, people need to watch that. People really thought Jeter was a Spanish guy. They didn't know his mama was white and his daddy was black.
Mm-hmm.
But they thought he was Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And man, just watch. Everybody should watch 30 for 30, the captain, Derek Jeter, and it'll open your eyes for a lot of stuff, man. Definitely.
And the last segment comes on tonight. The last segment is tonight. It comes on tonight. Okay.
But it'll be all right, Jamal. Don't worry about it.
So we all wait and see. And so now the quarterback for the Washington Commanders, Carson Wentz. This is his third team in 3 years. If he doesn't stay with the Commanders, do you think he's finished with football, Coach Brittnay Griner? Carson Wentz, QB now for the Commanders, but was QB last year before with two different teams. So what's going on, Super Bowl champion Carson Wentz? What's your thoughts?
Because Carson Wentz is a white boy, and they constantly giving him the if it was a black boy, he would have been out. He would have been out of there. Carson Wentz, because he's a little white boy, done won the Super Bowl, and they're trying to keep his glory up. Dude, you washed up. It's time for you to go. That go back to the slave master Roger Goodell. You got these white boys, man, who can have the worst season in the world, but they put them on the pedal, just like Brady. Come on, if Brady was black, all of a sudden he taking a 20-day layoff because of family personal reason. Personal reason, man, I'm paying you all that money. Only personal reason is you should be on that field. But he's just a pretty little white boy, can do whatever he want to do. But now you want to give this boy, the black guy, six trying to spend it for a whole year, but Brady can come back anytime he want to because y'all want him to be the white great hope or what. Man, whatever. NFL should be. Let me start. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to throw this out there. What's your thoughts on that? People boycotting the NFL. What's your thoughts about the people boycotting the NFL?
I'm boycotting it.
All right.
I'm boycotting. Okay. I'm tired of them. You know what? It's the NFLs. What that stand for? The N Football League. Okay. Yeah. Y'all put that together. Yeah, I'm boycotting it. Period. I'm tired of them, Jamal. I'm tired of the NFL. I'm tired of they're throwing it blatantly in your face. Is no black owners in the NFL. You got all the old behind white mans got money, dictating these black brothers, busting their behind, and then when they retired, they have brain stuff, and then they go out there and they go kill people because the NFL is not looking after these guys after 5 and 10 years. Period.
Absolutely.
They should boycott. And then you talking about what? They I think that was an NBA. They all of a sudden we're gonna take care of the retirement people. We're gonna put 20 million in this. 20 million is like $20. And these guys, man, you talking about grown behind men hitting each other, especially if you running back and you getting hit that hard.
Okay.
Like Junior Seau, I think when he was the first person that had it and killed himself, went upstairs and killed himself because of the mental abuse. And they talked about him for 2 weeks, and that was it. Because he was a Mexican or whatever.
Mhm.
If it was Joe Montana,
Mhm.
if it was Joe Montana, Joe Namath, Aaron Rodgers, or any one of them like that would have killed himself for that.
Right.
Man, they would have shut the whole NFL down to find out what's going on.
Yes, indeed. And those are things we need to be considering thinking about, because we see what is happening, how they come at us, and then trying to say they're putting the burden on us constantly. So that becomes, again, I tell folks, a part of the nightmare that we have to deal with. And there's a video that I had sent to Coach Julius Hall, but it's obviously he did not do it. And it is a video of which we'll probably share on next week called arm boxing, where two opponents are on the other side of a table and their arms were tied down and they can only box with one arm. So arm boxing in Russia. So that's a sport. So I was going to throw that out there if he was able to put the video, but we know Ms. Producer, she probably can't do it because the president of the company didn't do anything about it. But yeah, we're going to move on with regards to this right here. We'll move on. And I'm scared to bring this up because you already know how he feels. Coach Bernard Brown, you already know how he feels. So Kevin Durant, he sat down with the Nets. He sat down with the Nets. And what then occurred, he said, get rid of Steve Nash. Get rid of Steve Nash. And he ain't coming back. Get rid of Steve Nash. What's your thoughts on that, Coach Bernard Brown?
I say this, you know what? And people may not remember, I think before we came up with the show, I said this a long time ago when they hired Steve Nash, that he is not no coach. The only reason why they hired him because he won the NBA Finals. You know, he was an NBA most valuable player 2 times, and he was this little white boy, you know, and they choose him because, you know, you had Durant and all of them at the end of the day, and instead of them going with Mark Jackson, they went with Nash, and I told them Nash is not no coach. Nash gonna mess up that whole surrounding. And on this, I agree. I don't agree with Kevin too much, but I agree him with this. Gotcha. Get rid of him. Get rid of the general manager. I'm telling you right now, Nash is the problem. He ain't no coach.
Okay.
He ain't no 0 and X's. I guarantee you, if you would have put Mark Jackson to the New Jersey Nets, they would have had a championship already.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So I agree with him on that. Get rid of him. Period.
Yes. So we now come to you, Coach Bernard Brown, to the stuff that you do, the work that you do. We're going to come to you. Who's on the horizon? Who's on the horizon? A name or names that we need to be looking out for, at least listening out for, that when you do Swanee Sports Academy, who are some of the people that you like saying, okay, that kid right there, they got the hops, or they got this or that. So you got the floor with regards to that. Give the perspective, because again, you are around these stellar athletes that people now going to see in college and possibly then we'll see in the NBA. Yeah.
But you know what? You want to be honest? I'm being strictly honest to the American people.
Yes, sir. Yes. That's what we expect. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I haven't seen no one in 3 years like I seen Zion Williams when I seen him his senior year in Atlanta, Georgia. That he was must-see TV. Okay. And now it's a couple guys. One guy named Richard Thomas. He played with the AAU basketball team. He's good. And y'all watch out for Bronny, Bron James' son. Right. Hey, trust me. I was skeptical about him because I really didn't see him, but I seen him. He's gonna be the good. Okay. And Fisher, Jeff Fisher's son. Jeff Fisher, assistant with the Kentucky Wildcat. His son, I think his son Larry Fisher. Hey, I always say about white, black, whatever. This white boy can play. This white boy gonna be the next Larry Bird. Trust me. Him, Larry Fisher, LeBron's son, and let's see. It's one more person, one more guy. Man, I can't remember. I can't remember the name, but it's a lot of upcoming ones. But I'm gonna tell you who gonna be better than all of them.
All right.
And this a female.
Okay.
This a female.
All right.
Her last name is Watson. She graduating from LSU. She's gonna be probably the #1 draft pick in the WNBA. And the reason I'm calling her name, she came under my wings. The girl bad. This girl bad. Hey, Jamal, this girl bad, boy. So those are some upcoming people. And like I said, the reason why I put out that about a 4-year scholarship.
All right. Yes.
That's a no. Not in this time. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
And one more thing that people don't know too. It's 2022. And 2024, you can leave high school and go straight to the NBA if you are top 10 players. So now in 2024, you can leave out of high school, graduate from high school, and go into the NBA draft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And one more thing, one more player. Scooter Henderson. He came under. This boy is the first Black African American, youngest NBA player ever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Scooter Henderson, and he's still not in NBA. He's in the G League. He's still too young to go to the NBA, but he's the youngest NBA player ever in NBA history, and he from down here in Georgia. Yep. And so he signed his $14 million contract with Pumas. And he good kid, came from good family. He was little snotty little boys, and Chris Henderson and the Henderson family. Hey, congratulations, proud of you.
And again, you all got some up and coming stars that you heard from Coach Bernard Brown when he's doing the work, traveling, going to North Carolina, going to Florida. He's bringing the work, and then he's also now able to look at people whose names will be basically yelling out later on. We might have their jerseys and other things like that, but if you come to your city, that y'all right there, because again, you all want to connect to greatness, and so that's what it is. He is seeing some of the greatness right now, and so Coach Bernard Brown, what we're going to do. Our time winding down. We're going to let you close out the show with some other thoughts you think folks need to know on Ebony Sports Reporters, with some events that are happening right now that you think we need to talk about.
You know what? I want to say this here, Jamal. I like that hat you got on and that shirt, and you have been a great host for the Ebony Sports Reporter. And I want everybody to support all our shows. At the end of the day, support all our shows. Some of y'all like us, some of us don't like us, but at the end of the day, look at that boy there. At the end of the day, hey, I think everybody's doing a great job trying to, we just trying to, man, do the right thing, Jamal, help and bring other side of sports, because you don't get this information nowhere. It's not on ESPN, not on local news. You don't get this. We keep it real here at Ebony Sports Report, and we tell it like it is. And I want to say this to all the parents, and Coach DeLoe said it before. If you're a single mama and you raising a son or a daughter and a great athlete, please get help before you start talking to anybody that's come in your house trying to get your kids. Watch out for those coaches. Watch out for college coaches. Watch out for high school coaches. Watch for anybody that's trying to get your son and your daughter. Call for help. If you need help, call it. Get on the Ebony Sports Reporter, email us, text with us, or whatever you need to do, and get the right information to protect yourself and your kid in the long run. Believe that, and that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
All right. And Coach Julius Hall is not with us. He's busy eating Tutti Frutti ice cream. Tutti Frutti ice cream. That's what he's busy doing, eating Tutti Frutti ice cream. You saw Coach DeLoach. He was at a game, but Julius Hall is not with us because he's eating Tutti Frutti ice cream. He told us that's his favorite, so he has to sit down and eat Tutti Frutti ice cream. So when y'all see Julius Hall, ask him about his Tutti Frutti ice cream that he could not give up.
Hey, Jamal. And that shortbread, and what is it? That shortbread shirt he had on the other night. I'll go along with the ice cream.
That's right. So
Hey.
yeah. So again, this has been Ebony Sports Reporters. We appreciate you all. He's watching.
He watch. He say he's watching. Hey, that's all right. Hey, we're gonna turn up Sandy. I see you Sandy. Hey, tell America that America After Dark will be 60 years old on Sandy. I'm coming to hometown Savannah and turn up where I born at. And Jamal gonna be there too. If y'all wanna, hey, I'll give y'all the address and y'all can meet all the ATR meet, especially Jamal. I know y'all wanna meet him with that head too. And we're gonna drag little RG. We're gonna drag his butt behind with us. He's annoying, but we're gonna drag him.
I'm gonna say this right here. Okay. He had Tutti Frutti and Rocky Road. Tutti Frutti and Rocky Road ice cream. So since he's watching, I'll go ahead and tell the whole truth. He had Tutti Frutti ice cream and Rocky Road. He said that he had to eat that because he said he had to do it before the kids got a hold to it. That's what he said. I swear to God, that's what he said. I had nothing to do with it. Huh?
Those sound like scripper names. Tutti Frutti Punch and Judy shit. It sounds like scripper name. I need to eat some of that ice cream.
As I share with you, I don't know what's going to come out of their minds because again, their minds and telling they let it come out their mind. I don't know. He just said that. I was not understand. I was not trying to allude to any of that. That's Coach Bernard Brown, Coach Rob DeLoach, and Julius Tutti Frutti eating, Rocky Road eating Hall. But again, Ebony Sports Reporters in the house. We appreciate y'all. Check us out next week. We'll be back. Coach Bernard Brown.
Like this.